It's really awesome to have you guys stop into the channel today. I have a great video for you. If you guys have been to my channel before, you know how much I love REC TEC. My channel right here, Delmarva Backyard, started off with the REC TEC RT680, an amazing pellet smoker. And what was even more amazing was the people at REC TEC. So when I wanted a smoker slash grill that was a little more portable, you know, something I could take tailgating, something I could take to the beach, camping, the different places that I'm always going, what could I use to make great food at those types of locations? So REC TEC came back with two options. One of them I've already started doing some videos with, and that's the RT340. And it's an amazing smoker. It's a miniature version of the 680. So check out my channel for those videos. You'll see exactly what that thing's made of. Their other option was the RTB380, and that is the Bullseye. Some of you guys that have REC TEC or have followed REC TEC know that they had a previous edition of the Bullseye, and now they have a relaunch with some nice improvements. It features a platinum tipped meat probe, stainless steel build, PID controller, and really that's what REC TEC is all about, is that controller. That controller keeps everything spot on. I mean, to the degree most of the time, within 1 or 2, and that is unlike any other pellet smoker. Temperatures go from 225 to 500 plus. You can definitely get above 500 with this thing and do some, you know, grilling of steaks and things that require that high heat. They updated the legs, they updated the bottom shelf, and they just made this thing a better piece of equipment. So, what was I gonna get when REC TEC shipped out the RTB380? I didn't get what I expected I was gonna get. I was gonna get a great grill ready to roll, just had to do a little bit of assembly. Not so much, and that happens sometimes, you know, it's just like anything in this world. Sometimes there's just little flaws, little, you know, problems that pop up that we have to deal with. So when I got the RTB380, put it together, pushed the power button, things didn't go the way I thought they were going to. It went straight to error, over and over and over again. I disconnected the power, plugged it back in, nothing. So I got on the horn with REC TEC, and with them on the cell phone, on speaker, I laid on the ground, started taking this thing apart, and then what I found was the meat probe was actually bad, or the connection from the meat probe to the controller. So, since there's so few components with REC TEC's smokers and their grills, it was very easy to troubleshoot. We knew what that error code meant. That error code meant something to do with the probe, and we troubleshot it. We disconnected a couple of wires, replugged them in, couldn't get it to do anything. So they sent me out a new PID controller with a new meat probe, and then I went ahead and put it together. Now, unfortunately, it took a half an hour or so to get the thing apart and put it back together. I can't tell you how the RTB380 works because I haven't used it yet. Now that I've got it fixed, I can go ahead and fire this thing up. And tonight's the perfect night to do it because I'm gonna be cooking all kinds of stuff. I got some jalapeno poppers I'm gonna cook. I got some bacon I need to cook. I've got some steak. I've got some sausage. We're having a big dinner tonight, and this thing is about to go to work. Let's see how it does. Now, I know a lot of you guys recognize that workhorse. That is the Weber kettle. It's really hard to beat the Weber kettle. It just produces great food. It's very versatile, and it's very low cost. So I think this is our primary competition when it comes to this REC TEC Bullseye. And so there she is, all put together, hopefully working shape. Now it's time to go ahead and put some pellets in her and go ahead and fire it up. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey Pellets. Sounds like it's hard to beat that, right? They should be amazing. If you're a whiskey fan, that's what you'd be thinking because that's what I was thinking. I'm a big whiskey fan. However, I've had nothing but problems with these pellets. I've used them in my RT680. I've used them in my new RT340 while I was out on the beach and camping. And the thing I noticed was temps. Temps are a massive problem. The grills that I'm using, I should be getting up to 500 degrees easily if I want to, and quickly. The problem is, on the 2 grills that I've used them on, I couldn't get up to 500 degrees. The most I could get up to is about 380 to 4, and that's with it cranked all the way up. So I'm sure you're asking, well, Mike, why are you gonna put them in here? I got to prove it to myself. This is a brand new smoker. Grill, whatever you want to call it, brand new, uses pellets. And we're going to put these Jack Daniels in here just for one last verification to myself that they're junk, because they should be great. You know, Jack Daniels flavor, Jack Daniels, you know, branded, they should be awesome. Not so much. Let's see. So here's the PID, and I had to take all of this apart because the probe is up under there and the PID is here. Still actually have the plastic on the PID. When I first started it up originally, I'd push the button and it'd go straight to error. So I think I got it all fixed. It's time to go ahead and see what she's made of. Ah, there we go. We're gonna turn her all the way up to 500. We're gonna see how fast that comes up. Now this isn't fair to the Bullseye, but I wanna rule these pellets out once and for all. I know this is a brand new machine. I know REC TEC's quality, and in spite of the bump in the road that we had with this when I took it out of the box, it should be able to get up to 500 easily.
So the Bullseye came up to 350 degrees in about 7 to 8 minutes. And that's pretty good. I mean, that's much faster than you can do charcoal or, you know, a straight wood fire. So I thought the first thing I'd want to try is some bacon, because I got to put some bacon chips on top of the jalapeno poppers that I'm going to cook. So I needed to get this bacon done. That's the first thing I really need. I can't fill the poppers until the bacon's done. In hindsight, this was probably a bit too much. Within 5 minutes of the bacon going on the grill, we had a grease fire. If you've never had a grease fire, I want you to see exactly what can happen. Now, I was very careful about lifting the lid because I knew this was a high potential, but you see the flames just kind of explode. So you got to be very careful anytime you suspect a grease fire. After I cleaned up the mess, I went ahead and tried something a little more simple with some corn on the cob and some butter and tin foil. Then I went ahead and got the jalapenos on the Bullseye, because after I cleaned the seeds out, scrape the membrane out, I like to put them on some heat just to kind of soften them up, prepare them to be filled. This kind of takes the heat to a very mild level so that everyone can enjoy them. The pellet flavor was a perfect complement to the foods that I was cooking, including a very small tri-tip that I did.
All right, so now let's go ahead and put our next item on here. I'm gonna slide these jalapenos around. And I literally had a freezer go up this week, so what we're doing is the meat that de-thawed, and I got a sausage that I got from the butcher a little while ago, and we're gonna put that on here. So the REC TEC RT B380 Bullseye. Overall, it does a pretty good job. And I think the great thing about it is it's easy, it's convenience. You know, you set the digital dial to the temperature you want within 25-degree increments, and you're gonna get pretty much what you're thinking, up to about 500 degrees. As you approach 500 degrees, you need to be careful as far as grease fires. Take the grease fire away and the malfunction right out of the box. Like I said, it's okay. Am I gonna recommend that you buy one? Depends. It depends on what you have in your arsenal, in your backyard. If you have, you know, a set of pits like I do, sadly, I'm gonna say the answer is probably no, because it's not, it doesn't have the niche market like most of these other pits do. The RT380, it is a pellet smoker, and it is for doing barbecue, smoker style, and you can use it as a grill if you'd like. The Weber kettle grill. It's tried, it's tested, it's an amazing grill. It does both, you know, direct and indirect if you set it up properly. The thing about that is you have to maintain the fire, and you have to know how to adjust your vents to get the temperature that you want. Does the Bullseye suit the purposes of a portable grill? It's lighter than my REC TEC RT340, but it's still fairly big. And so for that reason, I'm gonna say it's probably not the most portable when it comes to smokers and grills. If you have a kettle and that's all you have, and you want a little more convenience, you wanna not have to think about it, this Bullseye is probably for you. It really is. It's gonna make things easier, nicer, and probably give you, I don't know about flavor. We'll see in the future. I'm gonna do some comparison cooks. But, that's a limited market. It really is, and that's the main market for this Bullseye. So I really appreciate REC TEC, working with me and sending me the Bullseye to try out. It's unfortunate things went down the way that they did. I'm still gonna do many videos with the Bullseye, especially some comparison cooks with the Weber kettle, because that is the #1 competitor when it comes to a grill like this. Guys, I really hope you got something out of the video. Not all products or product reviews end up in stellar reviews, and I'm sorry that I couldn't give you a bells and whistles cheerlead for this thing. I think it's a great grill. I can't recommend that you buy it at this point unless you're that niche market. You have a Weber kettle and you'd rather it be easier than what it already is. I'm not giving it to you fair if I'm not giving it to you straight, and I just believe that I have to give it to you straight, whether it's positive or negative. I really appreciate your time, guys. I hope you got something out of the video. I'm gonna eat some great food because it's done and I can't wait. I hope that you'll tune into the next video. Share the video with your family, your friends. Help me spread the love of barbecue. I hope you have an awesome week, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.